10 years. It has been it's been 10 years, which is insane. 10 years ago, of course, if you just do a little bit of math, it was 2014. It was Christmas Day, like how it is today. I opened up a present, and in there was an Elgato HD capture card. In fact, it was this one right here. This exact capture card that I somehow still have, and it's actually kind of crazy when I think about that. That I just happened to keep this throughout the years, even though I don't really play console games anymore. The past 10 years it's definitely, now that I look back at it, it's definitely gone by really fast. And there's definitely a lot of things that I wish I didn't do and things I wish I did do. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really think about all these things. You know, you don't really worry too much about your future. You don't really worry. You know, you go to school, you come home, that's really it. That's it. When I was a kid, I had a dream. As as you know, I really didn't do that dream, which is all completely my fault, of course. But when I was little, I really wanted to be a content creator, even before being a content creator was a thing. I grew up not an only child, but I could say that sometimes it really did feel like that. My older brother, who I love to death, love so much. Me and him, we're 8 years apart, so you can really tell that our lives are, very different, especially when we're younger. Not so much now that we're older and both of us are more mature, but as kids, he's in high school, I'm in elementary school, I get into middle school. I don't really remember the correct dates, but I'm pretty sure that my early middle school years, he was like in late high school. So you can tell that we were very different when it comes down to where we were in our lives. Gaming was really always there for me. I grew up in the countryside where I didn't have really nobody to talk to. So I always gamed. That's really all I did growing up. I had a PS2. I would game on that for hours. Then I had a PS3, and I absolutely fucking gamed my nuts off for that. Then I got the Xbox One, and that's BO3. I fucking loved it, and here I am today with an entire setup that I am pretty proud of. And currently, I'm working and saving up on building a brand new PC. One of the good things that's really come out of doing this is I can always look back at these videos and see where I was at, at that time. So much of my life has changed. The people that are in my life, the environment that I'm in, my mentality, my matureness. It's all very different. Back when I first started, I was living in, like I said, the countryside. I was in middle school, I'm pretty sure, and then a couple years later, I moved. I now live in a little city. Currently, I'm 23, so yeah, I was 13 back when I first started, and there has been so many things in my life that has affected me in so many positive and negative ways that it's just I don't know how to put it into words. Back when I was little, I had a drive. I wanted to pump out as many videos as I could. I didn't care about the quality of them. I didn't care how good they were. I didn't care about my gameplay, my audio. I didn't really care too much as long as I uploaded a video. Maybe that wasn't the right way to look at things. Today, I do definitely look at it a lot differently. I want to make something that I would enjoy watching, and I can definitely say that I've done that here and there. I make videos that even I go back and watch. There's so many videos that me and my cousins, me and my friends, we go back and watch just to remember those little memories of us gaming together. And it's honestly just it's so much fun. Every time we do that, it's always so many laughs, and I really don't regret a thing. I really don't know if I'm gonna upload this. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep on talking or what, but these past 10 years have meant I don't know why I'm tearing up, but these past 10 years have actually meant so much to me. These past 10 years, I've been able to. I was able to do so much, to try so much, and just learn so much about myself and what I can do. 2024 has it's been probably the worst year of my life, and I've definitely gone through some bad years in the past, but this one definitely has taken the cake for that. I feel like I lost a lot of drive to do stuff. I feel like I lost my drive to exercise, to better myself, to make content. There's so many days where I just sit in my room by myself. I don't even hop on Discord with my friends. I just kind of just stare at my computer screen, just thinking about like what I can do differently to better myself. And this past year, I spent a lot of time doing that. When I graduated high school, it was during the pandemic, 2020. I'm not gonna sit here and say that that was the thing that made me go downhill or whatever. But a couple years back, uh, there was a time where I just felt like I was alone, and blah blah blah, all that stuff. I'm not really good at talking about this kind of stuff, but it was definitely I definitely felt like I was alone, and being alone has been something that has been constantly around me in my entire life. As a kid, it was just my mom, my brother. Uh, as I said, my brother, me and my brother were completely different age groups. My mom would let me sleep over at my cousin's house a pretty good amount, if I'm being honest. But when it came down to school, which of course growing up as a kid is really all you do, I never made a single friend, which is surprising. When I think about today with all the friends and people that I know today, I find it very easy to get along with people. I'm not a difficult person to get along with, and I feel like I do pretty easy with talking to people. Specifically when it's like a three-person group, I'm terrible at one v one. But besides the point, we're not here to talk about my awkwardness, maybe. But yeah, all throughout school, I never made a single friend. Of course I had a lot of acquaintances. People that back then I would call my friends, but I really something that surprised me a lot. I think I was in early high school, which is so weird when I think about it. Is that I really didn't know that people from school would hang out with each other outside of school. That concept, that thought was completely foreign to me. Growing up, I would always just hang out with my cousins. If I wanted to sleep over at somebody's house, it was my cousins. If I was having a birthday party, it would be my cousins that I would invite. Friends, just it wasn't really like in my thought process. So throughout my high school career and stuff, I really didn't make any friends. Of course, I was lucky enough to actually make a couple. Shout out to my friend Gabby, shout out to my friend Tyra, and of course, the go shout out to my friend Zetro. If it really wasn't for those three, I don't know where I would be in my life right now. And that's being completely honest. I'm grateful for those three people, even though Zetro is forced to like me because he is my sister-in-law's brother. So yeah, fuck you. I didn't really when I graduated high school, I didn't go to college. I started working at a factory overnight, and I think that really did a number to me and my mental health, in the way that I talk to people, and the way that I view myself as well. I don't think I've viewed myself in a positive way since mid early high school, maybe. I don't know. it's definitely been some time since I looked at myself in the mirror, and I've actually been, proud of myself. I've definitely done a lot of things this year that have helped me some more, but yeah. So like I was saying, I worked that night shift job. We're seven, or not 7, 12 hour shifts I was working, and I wasn't, I really wasn't having any, communications, any comms, none of that stuff with people, because I would wake up at night, or wake up, late in the day, go to work, come home, or I'd go to the gym surprisingly, then go home, sleep, do it again. The days I didn't work, I obviously woke up late in the day, and I would spend all night gaming. That was during my Valorant phase. So all those Valorant videos were during that time. I feel like I've developed some sort of like super mega anxiety that even in like 2022, I was still at least making a couple videos, here and there. I'd want to record, I'd want to edit, but especially this past year, 2024, I feel like I've lost a lot of that motivation, and I don't think it's because I don't get any views, I don't get any subscribers, I don't think it's because of that, because even when I was younger, I loved it. I loved trying to get the best gameplay on Call of Duty as I possibly could, but today it's like I can't sit here and play COD and just get constantly shit on, and it makes me panic. It makes me panic a lot, actually. Today I was, or not today, yesterday I was playing some Call of Duty, and I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna try to do good. Let's try to get some gameplay. I was just getting absolutely raw dog. It was insane. And then every time that happens, I just think that I'm not, I've let myself down, which is so weird, because for a lot of people, gaming isn't like, it's nothing insane, like maybe you'd say like you let yourself down in a sport, soccer. Maybe, maybe you're not as good as you used to be in soccer and you feel bad about it. For me, it's gaming. Like all I've ever had my whole life is gaming. I The one thing that I've stood out from other people is gaming. I've always been that one friend that's, better at than you at gaming. I've always been that one cousin that's better than you at gaming. And it's weird to say that, because it really makes me look like a nerd, which I am a nerd. I'm a fat fucking nerd. Like I love gaming. I've been gaming my whole life, and it's my escape pretty much. But lately, that escape has really just felt like, I guess, torture. Every time I hop on COD, Fortnite, Warzone, it's just like a constant reminder of my own shortcomings, which is insane, because that's obviously not how it should be. But it's also not just the fact that I'm not, as good as I used to be. It's also the fact that I'm not recording, I'm not streaming, I'm not doing this and that, and it's very it's very mentally draining when I'm sitting here, trying to enjoy playing a video game, and all I'm thinking about in my head is I could be recording, I could be streaming. But obviously the easy answer would be, well, why don't you just stream and record? You're obviously, it's just a click of a button. That's all it is. Now, if I want to stream or record gameplay, all it is a click of a button, like how I'm doing right now. I opened up OBS, I set up my webcam, and I clicked record. It's that simple. But for some reason, for me, it's like the most stressful thing in the world. So many things go through my head. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I gonna sit here, record for 2 hours, and then throw away the footage because I I just don't want to upload it, and that just makes me not want to do anything. And so there's a little bit of time where I picked up an editor, which was my buddy Ztro. He was editing. He was helping me edit my videos for a bit, and that was just me trying to find that love again. I thought that it was just because I wasn't uploading because I hated editing, and which is true. I've never been the biggest fan of editing, but I always have an idea. When I make a video or when I think about recording a video, I have an idea in my head, and that idea is I don't think I've ever been able to put that idea onto paper. You know, the idea pops in my head, I record the video, and then when I try to edit it, it just never comes out exactly how I imagine it in my head. That may be my fault, who knows, but yeah. Even now as I'm recording this, I really is really something that I don't know if I'm gonna upload. You know, am I gonna upload this? Fuck, who knows? I might not upload this. I might just leave this on my computer. I might upload this, private it, and it'll never see the light of day. But something that has helped me a lot this past couple months, this past year, it's been soccer, football, which is I've never been very big into sports growing up. My brother was the one who was always into soccer. He tried to get me into soccer when I was younger. It was never really my thing. I've had so many setbacks when it comes to playing soccer, and I think it's taught me a lot about myself and what I am capable of and what I am mentally capable of. When I first started playing soccer was around about, let's just say, 2 years ago. It was the 2022 World Cup. Oh, so yeah, basically 2 years ago. It was the 2022 World Cup. Obviously, I wasn't at the time. I wasn't absolutely clueless about football. Of course, I knew who Messi and Ronaldo was. I was obviously a fan of Barcelona. Another team that I really enjoyed watching was Spurs, and I never really liked watching soccer, but of course, everybody knew that this World Cup was extremely important. Even if you were a little bit of a soccer fan, you knew this World Cup was important. Me myself, I would always watch the World Cup games. Not every single game. Usually, I just watch Mexico play, but whenever the World Cup comes around, my family always likes to get together, watch the games and whatnot. But this year, or that year, I for some reason I just really wanted to get into soccer. It was something I've always wanted to get into, but I just never did because, like I said, it wasn't my thing. Gaming was my thing, but that year I really wanted to watch it, and Messi won the World Cup, blah blah blah. And then I started playing soccer. My brother always he would always join little Sunday league games, or Sunday leagues, or Sunday leagues, I guess. And so when I talked to it about my brother, he decided to kind of start training me basically. You know, now once a week we get together and we play soccer. My brother has his own gym, so I basically see him just about every single day. And also, ever since I started to play soccer, we text like often, and that wasn't really a thing, beforehand, because we didn't have a lot in common. The most we had in common was watching a couple animes and Dragon Ball Z. And something that soccer has really taught me is if I really put my mind to it, then I can really make something happen. There's been so many times that after we play pickup, after practice, I would just sit in my car and I would contemplate on just quitting, on stop playing. I wasn't good at this. There was no point. Why am I doing this? It's not gonna really benefit my life in any way, shape, or form. But even through those thoughts, even through those days where I just didn't want to play, I didn't want to practice, the days that I felt like quitting, I persisted. And 2 years later, and I've gotten so much better than what I was then. I may not be at the level that I want to be right now. I may not be at the level that my brother is or the level that my buddy Zetro is. But the thing is that, you know, now I think, and I tell myself that I'm not there yet. You know, I used to not say that. I used to say that I'm not gonna get there, that I'm not gonna get that good, that I'm not gonna be able to achieve that no matter, you know, how hard I work and how hard I put my mind to it. But for some reason, you know, I stuck through it and I've gotten so much better. And the word yet is now, you know, that's now in my vocabulary, and it really wasn't before. So these past 2 years have really taught me, like I said, to just I put my mind to it, and if I really want to do it, then it's something that I think that I can achieve. And when it comes down to this YouTube, the I don't think that I've really put my best foot forward when it comes down to it. I've definitely had a lot of videos that I look back on and I think that, yeah, I like this video. You know, I think it's funny, and I think I've made it, you know, pretty good, as good as good as I can, maybe or maybe not. But the truth is that I can do so much better. The truth is that I allowed myself to be lazy and to really not try and make the videos as best as I possibly can. There's definitely, you know, a couple of them that I look back on and I am very happy on how they came out, but to be honest and to be fair, there's most of them I look back on and I think, wow, this video is actually just some fucking ass. Like, I can't believe I uploaded this, and I can't believe, you know? And that's not how I want to go forward. I don't want to go forward in my life and just half-ass everything. You know, this past year I started school, and for the first time in my life, I've actually gotten straight A's, which is fucking awesome. You know, I've never had straight A's before, and it feels great being able to put my best foot forward and actually, you know, give it my all. I definitely had those days where I was a little bit lazier and I didn't, you know, properly do my homework, or I didn't properly study, you know, maybe I half-assed it, but you know, even after those days, I recognized that shortcoming, and I tried to, you know, the next week with the homework, I tried to, you know, better it. I tried a little harder, and I tried to pay a little more attention to what I was doing and learning. So soccer has really taught me a lot, you know, about myself and what I can do. And going forward with my channel, I really want to make better content that I know that I can, you know, be proud of. Then I know I can go back and watch and be like, yeah, like I made this. You know, I want to be able to make something that I can be proud of and show people, because this this channel, this YouTube thing has been a big part of me the past 10 years, and I want it to continue to be a part of me for the next 10. You know, uh I don't like I enjoy making these videos today so that I can look back at them in the future. When I record my friends, I always have the thought of, how can I make this as funny as possible so that in a couple months from now, when we, you know, go back and watch these older videos, like, how can I get a laugh out of us? What can I put in to make us laugh and whatnot? So, you know, starting this new year, I really want to make better content, and I really want to. I just want to put stuff out that I'm proud with. You know, there's been so many, you know, content creators that have come in and out of the scene, so many that have blown up, so many that have just left out the blue, and for a very long time. That's, I've really wanted to be a part of, the content space. I really wanted to be part of the community, and I want to I want to work harder. I want to work harder on myself. I want to work harder in my life. I want to work harder in YouTube, in school, and work, and whatever it is. But the one thing that I know for a fact that I want to keep on doing is, making these videos, whether it's videos with my friends, or just videos that I want to make. For an example, the zombie videos. I love Call of Duty Zombies, and I love making videos about it. You know, the anxiety that I've built up over the years it's really stopped me from being able to do all of that. I sit here on my computer, I open up my OBS, I think of, okay, what kind of zombie video can I make? And then I don't go through with it. I think that's like it's gonna, like, I don't know, like, do something to me. Like, it's so weird, and it's so dumb, I don't really expect somebody to hear me, or hear me say, like, I don't want to make a YouTube video because it's embarrassing. Like, why should I be embarrassed about that? I think I've done, and I think I have, like, so many more videos and so many more things that I should be, like, way more embarrassed about. But for some reason, it's like content, it's like, I don't know, I get too in my head about it, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make better content. I want to put my foot forward, and I just want to make videos that I am very, very proud of. So to these past 10 years, they've been great, amazing, and I've done so much that I am, very proud of. And I hope that the next 10 years would be even better. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to turn your life around and continue trying, because losing that drive to really try is something very awful, and something that I don't want to happen to myself ever again. From here on out, for the rest of my life, I really want to try and just work really hard. That's something that I've never done, before. I've always given half effort, minimal effort. But today and onwards, I really want to change that. Even if it even if the next video I upload takes me 2 months, February, even if it takes me up until February, I want to make good content that I am proud of. So for my next video, I want to make some sort of, Call of Duty Zombies retrospective videos. I know I've made some in the past before with World at War, getting to around 30 in every map, and I want to do that again, but better. I want to actually make a video that I want to make, and that I'm going to be very proud of. So thank you so much for listening to me rant for like 20 minutes. These past 10 years have been absolutely amazing, and I am so grateful for them, and I hope that I can have another very grateful 10 years. Thank you so much. I hope everybody had a very great Christmas, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.